sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we talk outdoors for the next 90 minutes on this first Saturday in July the 7th.
You ever notice that?
There he comes. He can't wait. It took him 13 seconds. 13 seconds.
I'll get my words in edgewise.
Edgewise, what does that mean?
Have you ever noticed that we're already in July?
It's amazing, isn't
that
it?
Once you clear February, the shortest month of the year, which drags on like a dinner of boiled liver.
It does. Well, July drags to me.
No.
It's hot.
But everything just flies by after that.
Once you reach a certain age, everything flies by. You know what I mean? So you recognize the voice. He is back. He is he's the retiree himself.
Yeah, I made it back from out. See, what was last month? I was out west.
Everywhere. You have been everywhere. I mean, out west, and he's had camper tree fall on his camper. We got all sorts of stories here to get an update from Dave Gabbard, who is the one-time retired voice minister of propaganda for the TWRA. But
he's still full of it, though.
Yeah. And you recognize that deep voice on the other end there. That's Gene Smith.
Howdy, folks.
Hey, buddy.
That's my brother Darrell.
Yeah, there they go. The brother Darrell. Gene is with us, back-to-back Gene Smith, and I don't know if he told all of his stories from last week or not. And of course,
I got another one.
Okay. And then, of course, we have the short-timer himself, Greg Ratliff, who is moving on to greener pastures.
You ever notice we're rough on producers?
Well, no, we've had Greg now for...
I know that, but we're rough on
producers' years. We've had it in about 20 years.
Yeah,
but...
just feels like it, doesn't it, Greg?
Greg, he's not commenting, just shaking his head today.
I hear it rattling.
Oh, my.
It's because he doesn't get hazardous duty pay.
The last Saturday of the month will be Greg's last Saturday with us. But we'll try to come up with something special for Greg on that last Saturday, but... we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk outdoors. This is
we'll do an hour and 30 minutes of white noise.
Well, you're going to have to help me because I've got it back.
And this is radio, too. How can you tell what color it is?
I cannot get rid of this stuff, and it just keeps hanging on. I know when I play golf on Tuesday, it affects me the rest of the week, and so my hat's off to my good friend Bobby Hall out there, also a former commercial appeal writer who retired a month after I did back in 2001. Shot his age, 74. Now, I'm just trying to get older so I can get to my age, so I can shoot my age.
That's what I told you the other day. I said, if you make it to 104, you'll shoot your age.
Thank you a lot. If I make it to 104, they'll be wheeling me out there.
Getting his money's worth.
I'll be the only guy in the walker out there on the playing golf. But, no, it's been a busy month since we talked to Dave last. I mean, he has been, as he said, out west to Vegas. We talked to him. In fact, we talked to you from Vegas, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And he was out there shooting at in the Vegas program, and took out there.
June is for clay target shooters. It's wide open. We just got through with the Tennessee State championship,
and we're going to talk about that today.
And that was the And then we had the
Scholastic
Clay Target.
That's right. Yeah.
State championship.
So we're going to talk about those, and then at the end of this month, you're going to do something that you've been wanting to do for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to Sparta, Illinois.
I'll go back to the World Championships to shoot, and this year, since I have the time, I'm going to shoot the full meal deal. I'm going to shoot the whole program.
All right.
Which means you'll be shooting how many times?
10 days over.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo! In different categories.
About 1,200 targets in 10 days.
Wow.
Different.
And you're taking your camper.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm borrowing my son's camper.
You're borrowing your son.
I tried to turn
your camper is
I tried to turn mine into a duck blind.
That's another story. now, so y'all were camped out at Cordell Hull.
Yeah, up out of Carthage.
And a little storm came through Carthage.
Yeah, about 80 miles straight line winds.
And tell us what happened to your camper.
Well, it decided to blow a big maple tree down on the front of my camper.
And who was in your camper?
Well, my wife was in my camper with my grandson. And
yeah, they're all right, though.
But they were kind of like...
And you were at Walmart like all good people are.
And I was hoping to see Al up there in Carthage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The rumor has he's a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah, no, he's not. Elvis is up there.
That's right. Yeah.
But that happened to you. So you had a little incident right there.
Yeah,
and your wife is still recovering, but getting ready to maybe get back to playing golf after falling off your truck.
Yeah, falling off the tailgate.
I mean, are you sure you wanted to retire?
She fell off the wagon.
She did, and injured her shoulder.
Well, shattered her radial head in her.
Yeah, shattered her what now?
Radial head. It's called the radial head.
That threw a lot of people that driving the truck down Interstate 55 this morning.
In her left. Her left elbow.
So, but she's got one more visit coming up here next week.
She's got,
and maybe she'll get the go ahead to play golf some more.
100% pure titanium in there.
Wow!
All right.
Can you hear it when she moves her arm?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
It's like the Bionic Woman.
Yeah, the Bionic Woman. Don't get close to any magnets. I mean, you'll be stuck over there next to them like that. But you have had a very interesting. You retired. What was your last day at the TWRA?
Last day of February.
Last day of February.
Really, I did not retire.
He got a new boss.
No, I just changed jobs.
Oh.
You changed jobs.
Yeah, you know how it is when you left the newspaper.
Yeah,
you just
I haven't ever left the newspaper. That's my problem.
You just changed position.
Yeah, well, that's. But July, one of my least favorite months. I'm sorry, folks. The fireworks are over. All the dogs have quit barking.
Oh man!
All the neighbors' kids have quit crying. But
the grass still
I
needs
just
cutting.
don't like July. I don't like hot weather, and it's affected my voice, my body, everything like that. So July and August, we can just skip them and go straight into September when it's football time
and rain
and the doves and
the hot dove fields.
The hot dove field, but I don't care anything about that. But today's show, hey, we have got the. Really remarkable the way this thing worked out because we have Mark Daniels coming on here next segment. Supposedly we do have Mark, and Mark is coming off a big win in the professional bass tournament. He was really an unexpected win up in South Dakota. So we'll talk to Mark. We'll also, after we talk to Mark on the radio today, we're going to switch on gears and back him up with Ish, coming up with Ish and Monroe, and that's back-to-back two professional anglers who have coming off wins, and that's the first time in the history of BASS that two black anglers have won back-to-back. And both of these guys have great stories to tell about getting more minorities into the sport of professional fishing, and we're going to have a lot of fun talking to them. And then later on, we're going to finally get Wesley Strader on. Wesley won back-to-back tournaments earlier, and we're going to talk to him. He's got a great story about how he became a professional fisherman, how his dad led him at a remarkable age to win his first tournament, like when he was 12 or 14. But then we're going to spend a little time talking TWRAs. You know we do that on every first Saturday of the month, and going to talk to Lance Ryder, and Dave can tell us the Scholastic Clay Target programs. He's the coach at McKenzie, right?
No, not anymore. He's on the board.
He's on the board
on the statewide board.
Okay, but he is from McKenzie.
He is from McKenzie. He's kind of passed the torch, but he's still logistically, helps out.
But he's the man to talk to about Scholastic.
Oh yeah,
when it comes to
he's
it,
kind of the West Tennessee director on the
guru of it, and we're going to talk to him. And then, of course, it is this is the longest July 4th week holiday I think we've ever had. Coming on a Wednesday, I hope everybody had a safe holiday this past Wednesday. But that's a double barrel weekend for our law enforcement officers. Whether it's in boating or in the field or whatever. So we're going to talk to the major himself, Brian Thompson.
Traditionally. Traditionally. A lot in the South, I know in the Lexington area, a lot of the factories would shut down 4th of July week. So a lot of people
not now
take their vacation during that week.
Well, when it's on a Wednesday, you can say last weekend was the 4th of July holiday, or would you say it's this weekend now?
Well, that would be Wednesday.
But which weekend would be the 4th of July holiday?
I think it's in the summer. I think in the summertime, from my experience back in enforcement and the boating and everything.
Yeah.
You got a steady stream out there.
So
last July,
weekend.
Yeah.
Or just
by far Memorial Day.
Well, no, that was Wednesday.
Is the biggest.
But
boating.
you have a weekend normally. You have
right.
extended.
That's because you have that 3-day weekend.
Yeah, now you don't unless you take some time off on vacation. So we'll talk a little boating with Brian, and all. A lot of things are kicking off right now. You're thinking the TWRA Commission is meeting coming up next weekend. We'll talk a little bit about that as it's coming about, but spend some time rehearsing. And I know that Gene is just biting at the bullet.
Ow.
What was that?
That's his
Roy
Wookiee.
Orbison.
That's the Brother Darrell's.
That's Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
woman.
either
Pretty
Brother
woman.
Darrell's Roy Orbison imitation, or he's speaking Wookiee.
I think he's speaking Wookiee. So, but we probably have. You do have a story, right?
Yes, I do.
And it could be the same one you did last week because no one will remember. Except Greg Ratliff.
That's similar to my story.
All right. Let's take our first break of the morning. We're going to try to go out and see if we can hook up with Mark Daniels and talk a little pro bass fishing on Outdoors Larry Ray.